Achievement Overview.
Hello everyone and welcome to the achievement overview for Middle-earth: Shadow of Mordor. There are a total of 51 achievements and we're gonna cover all of them in this video. As usual, the achievements on your screen have annotations that will skip the video ahead to the corresponding achievement in case you're only looking for help with one of them. There are also time links in the description in case annotations aren't really your thing. And without further ado, Marcus Stylum Nabis. I don't speak Mordor. There are a total of 12, maybe 13 unmissable achievements. These 12 on your screen right now are unmissable for sure. You get them by simply playing the story missions, so you don't have to worry about any of them. I'm not quite sure if Power Vacuum is missable or not. I'm pretty sure that in order to proceed in the main story, you'll have to kill all the war chiefs before you face the hammer. And because this is a requirement for the story, no other Uruks will be promoted to war chiefs during this time, which makes it the best time to attain this achievement. If not, just wait until you're done with the story. You'll have 5 branded war chiefs, just kill them all and any of the bodyguards that get promoted. You don't even have to fight them. Divide and conquer is pretty simple. Eliminate the bodyguards before going for the war chief. This doesn't require any particular order, such as eliminate the bodyguards of both war chiefs before trying to kill them, so you can just kill the bodyguards, kill the war chief, kill the other bodyguards, kill the second war chief. Done. Repaid in Blood requires you to complete a Vendetta mission. This is one of the events represented by the red icon that will show up at any given point during your playthrough. This is a captain that killed another real player somewhere in the world, and you can avenge that player by killing it. No Power in Numbers also requires a red icon event. Search for the one that says Recruitment. If you don't have any event of that type, you can skip time at any tower to generate new events. Once you're in there, try to stay out of sight and help a captain recruit members. Some Uruks will try to kill that captain, but as long as you have focus and arrows, you can kill those guys without being seen. When he's done with the recruitment, kill the captain. The guys he recruited will run away and the achievement will pop shortly afterwards, or you can choose to kill them as well. Black Celebration requires yet another red icon event. This time, search for a feast. The ability to poison the Graug, which is what the Uruks drink during the feasts, is unlocked by playing the story. So if you don't have that yet, just keep playing. You have to remain unseen as you poison the Graug. Use distractions with your bow to have the Uruks face away from the vase, and then approach it and put the poison in. Shortly after, any nearby Uruks will drink from it, as if they were drawn to that particular vase, so you should be okay with poisoning a single one. A new master requires you to brand a captain while in combat. This is another ability that can be unlocked with the story and ability points. This will work on any captain if you weaken him enough. When his health turns green, use your combat move to brand him. It might take a few attempts, but eventually you will succeed. Just be careful not to kill him. If the captain happens to be a bodyguard, you're 1/5 of the way towards stinking rebels. You can choose to brand existing bodyguards of a war chief, or brand other captains and then command them to initiate under the war chief you desire. This will trigger an event that, when succeeded, will make the captain you command a bodyguard. Once you have 5 bodyguards for a single war chief, you can attack him. As soon as he comes out of hiding, the achievement will pop. Killing the war chief will cause one of the bodyguards to replace the war chief's spot. If the bodyguard is branded, he becomes a branded war chief, right? And you can then command him to attack another war chief, and the Spirit of Mordor will pop immediately. Rise and Fall has multiple steps and ways you can do this achievement. The first one will always be to die to a random Uruk. Not a captain, not a war chief, just a random Uruk walking about. Then you have the choice of helping him from the shadows by eliminating his competition, or the fastest way is to brand him. After branding him, command him to become a bodyguard of a war chief, preferably one that doesn't have any other bodyguards. If he does have other bodyguards, you'll have to kill them first, as to make sure that when you kill the war chief himself, the Uruk you branded will be promoted and not anyone else. After killing the war chief and getting your Uruk promoted, you can simply grab him and select the gather intel option and then kill him. Iron of Death is pretty simple. Grab a worm or a branded captain and select the death threat option. Then select any captain you wish. This will increase the chances of him dropping an epic rune. And he'll be surrounded by a gang of Uruks at all times. So make sure you pick one with a nice vulnerability that you can exploit. Go to his location and successfully kill him for this achievement. A Graug's heal requires a war chief who's afraid of something. Be it Morgul flies, fear of burning, Caragors, whatever really. If you can exploit that fear, that is, for example, if you approach a war chief who's afraid of burning and stick him with a fire arrow, he'll go into a terrified state. Then all you have to do is chase him down because he will try to run away, and then you kill him. As soon as you kill him, the achievement will pop. A Mighty Doom is somehow related to these last two achievements. To get a level 25 rune, you have a couple of options, but first, you need to understand how the rune levels work. If you're not familiar, runes drop whenever you kill a captain or a war chief, and they'll drop a rune that is equal to their power level. For instance, if you kill a level 20 captain, he'll drop a level 20 rune. Then we can add some bonus levels to the rune by meeting certain conditions. The rune gains one more level if you know the target's weakness, another one if you exploit his fear, if he has one, another level if you've issued a death threat, one more if he's killed you before and that makes it a revenge kill, and two more levels if he's a war chief. So overall, you could get a level 26 rune depending on what you choose. So how do you get this achievement exactly? First step is choose an Uruk with a fear that you can exploit. Preferably not afraid of Graugs, since those are a bit hard to fit into strongholds and they're not that common around the map. Pick an easier fear. Step 2, you gotta get killed by him. Multiple times if you have to, since he has to reach level 20, which is the level cap by the way. Then you kill anyone who's above him in rank, so higher rank captains and the war chief, all in order to make him a war chief himself. Now all you have to do is kill him while exploiting his fear. I'll let you decide whether to take care of the bodyguards before approaching him or not, but that doesn't grant any bonus. Because you've made him into a level 20, he'll drop a level 20 rune. Since he's a war chief, the rune level will go up to level 22. Since you're exploiting his fear, you already know his weakness, so that brings it up to a level 24 rune. And finally, because he's killed you before, it will be a revenge kill, so the war chief will drop a level 25 rune. Now you could replace the fear bonus with a death threat, but that will increase the odds of him dropping an epic rune, and that will not give you this achievement. So despite that being the way I did it, the other way is much safer. I can say for sure this was the most fun I've had with an achievement in this game. And those are all of the achievements concerning the Nemesis system, so let's switch things up and kill some regular Uruks. These next 4 achievements are really casual, so don't worry too much about them. They're the kind of achievements you'll probably unlock by accident. The first one being free 5 Caragors. You can free them from the cages by shooting them with an arrow or striking them with the sword. 5 of them is not much, so don't get too worried about it. Same goes for Jaws of Death. All you have to do is shoot down the bait, which are these large chunks of meat hanging around strongholds. Each bait has the potential to attract multiple Caragors, so you might only need to shoot down 1 or 2. Worst case scenario, you'll shoot down 5 of them. Big deal. Fly, you fools, is also very easy. Instead of shooting bait, this time you're shooting the Morgai fly nests. Every Uruk nearby will flee in fear, so it won't require many nests either. Same principle applies for this next achievement. You can detonate barrels or bonfires by shooting at them with your bow. Every Uruk around them will burn. Even if they don't die, they'll count towards this achievement. Height of Despair can be obtained from any forge tower. These are the towers where you spawn when you die. You'll have to climb to the very top first and use the strike from above on a target that's on the ground. If you don't have any Uruks on the ground, you can always alert them and then run back to the tower, making them follow you. Stay undetected for a while because they can't know where you are for this ability to be usable. And then strike for the achievement. The White Rider is easier than it looks, especially if you have lots of runes that regenerate focus and health shots in your bow. This general area has several slave camps, and contrary to popular belief, you don't need to kill all the orcs close to the slaves in order to free them. Usually there's only 1 or 2 Uruks that are holding the slaves in place. So grab a Caragor and run around this area. When you see slaves, you free them. If you use your bow and focus, time will slow down, and you'll be able to free 2 or 3 camps in about 10 seconds. That's around 10 slaves you just saved in 10 seconds. To save 30 in 180? Not a problem at all. If you run out of focus or arrows, drain your beast to get them back. But avoid doing this too much, it wastes your time. I found Burning Vengeance to be much easier when I got the Fire Arrow ability, combined with a double charge ability, which allows you to use 2 combat moves once you reach the required combo numbers. Trying to throw a Berserker into a fire, that's kinda tough. So first thing you want to do is go to a stronghold, let them sound the alarm, and that will bring in the Berserkers. Then you build up your combo and go into focus mode while approaching the Berserker himself. If you don't know what a Berserker looks like, it's these guys with 2 axes on their hands and they're kind of bigger than the rest of the Uruks. Shoot him with a fire arrow, followed by the execution ability, but you gotta be quick, because you'll die very quickly from the fire arrow. That's why we stay in focus mode while approaching him. The toughest achievements are out of the way, so let's move into some relaxing exploration. There are 2 kinds of collectibles, all of them will be displayed on the map. There's nothing you need to do to unlock their locations other than activating the Forge Towers. To collect them, you must first reach their location and then go into Wraith mode, otherwise they'll be invisible. It helps to mark them as a waypoint on the map, because you can also see if they're on top of a tower or below your feet. Regarding the artifacts, you don't actually need to listen to the memories, you just need to find the memory point and unlock it. You can skip the actual memory reading. Speaking of Forge Towers, unlock all of them for Memories of Eregion. I don't speak Mordor. While exploring the world, you might want to keep in mind the survivalist challenges and the hunting challenges. They can be seen on the left every time you open the map. The survivalist challenges just require you to gather specific types of plants. You can find which plants are available in each zone by looking at the top left section on your map screen. The hunting challenges require you to hunt specific creatures. They're generally easy to find. The toughest one was probably the Ghoul Matron, because outside of the main missions, they will only spawn at night and not all the time. What you should do is look for some patches of dirt on the ground during the nighttime, obviously, because these are ghoul nests. If you keep killing the ghouls that spawn here, a matron will spawn eventually, and then you kill him. For the Horned Graug, pretty much just ride around the Sea of Morannon area until you see one. He likes open fields, so stay away from the strongholds. There are 4 types of side missions. 3 of them are pretty straightforward. Follow the icons on the map to complete the sword, dagger, and bow missions. There are 10 of each, and if you complete all of them, you'll get these 6 achievements. Some missions may be locked because you haven't unlocked certain abilities, so just keep playing the main story and getting ability points until you're able to do them. The 4th side mission type are the Outcast rescue missions. Outcasts will randomly spawn in the map, and they'll have the symbol of a fist. If you rescue these slaves from the Uruks around them, they'll give you the location to one of the rescue missions. After completing the first one, you'll get the Free Folk. After repeating this process 24 times, you'll get Liberator. Yeah, this one is a bit annoying. And if you've done all of this, you'll have more than enough points to spend on upgrades and get all the rune slots required for these 3 achievements. Heck, if you've done all of this, you'll have enough points to unlock all the upgrades available in the game, so don't even worry about grinding or even completing bonus objectives during the missions. The requirement for these runes is very low. You can get these very fast, no problem whatsoever. And that's it for this achievement overview. If you found this video useful, don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more achievement guides. If you're having any trouble whatsoever with the achievements that I've shown, don't hesitate, leave me a comment below, I will reply to my best ability. And if you didn't have any trouble unlocking all of this, let me know what was your favorite achievement on Shadow of Mordor. You know mine, I want to know yours. I've been Globku with Magical Noob. Take care everyone, see you next time.